on him, and that was all she wrote. Aydan back still here and tilted, taking shots on Alpha. This build fight, and there's that rift to go, grabbing both players, even though they weren't standing right on top of each other. The proximity of that you can even pull opponents out from inside of buildings. They land at the same time, and
seeing someone use a rift to go in that scenario, they're playing it as like a, hey, I need to get out of here. It's like a defensive, I've got to leave this fight. I'm not in a good spot.
Aydan looks like he potentially missed a jump and had to drop back down and build a bit of cover for himself. Sorry, Cat's Talk, my apologies, got the names backwards there. Aydan, the one with the top-down view, pushing and getting as much damage, and every little bit counts. And he gains knowledge even from just hitting one time, because you can see whether or not the damage is white or blue. Will tell you whether or not the opponent has shield or if they're down to just HP, and that can make the difference between an aggressive push or maybe slow playing a little bit.
And if you're wondering how, and look at this from Aydan. Look at this from Aydan.
Swapping.
This should be a quick little cleanup here for him, you'd think. Here's the minis getting popped. He's going to force this, wanting to make sure his opponent cannot heal through the aggression he's putting on. The drum gun, this 50 bullet clip is so good. Yes, the reload's a little bit longer, but it is so worth it in these spots. He can't get out. It seems he's trapped. Aydan, can he finish the limb? There it is.
At 50,
they're on the ground. They're listening for if they begin to break walls, if they're breaking metal, if they're breaking wood or brick. They're listening for audio cues if the players are further below them. You see Aydan hunting one down here. Could this be the end? No.
Accuracy.
Aydan, another a limb.
He's at 4 right now. I feel like if he keeps this consistency, he might.
He's just running across Tilted.
You hear the footsteps. Trying to go for that shotgun shot over the top. Just get a little peek, and his opponent's going to back down underneath. And the traps are coming out. You got to be safe and careful walking through there. There could even be on the surface above. There are multiple traps. This is not how. 185.
Are you kidding me? A limb. He in that last fight was one limb away from earning that top 10 for a point.
Aggressive push and gets saved at 7 eliminations for the second game in a row.
I am speechless. I'm going to say right now, folks, can we give it up, please, in the venue? Don't push towards the woman with the library glasses.
Absolutely not. This rook skin, maybe giving him superpowers. I have no idea.
Okay, we take back everything we just said.
I don't think, regardless of the outcome of this, there's no way this is a Castle Curse.
Are you?
The trap he placed earlier got another elimination.
The trap comes into play. Now this player being third party, he wasn't able to clean up the elim.
Warrior gets joystick there. Aydan looking for his 9th elim, but 8 eliminations in a single game. He's got a slurp ticking right now, so he has a buffer of HP still going up. He's in a great spot. He's in the safe zone. His materials are ridiculous.
Let's see our top players here. We know the top 16. It's a look, an animal with the 14 elims and 7 total points. Winds up coming out on top. Congratulations to him.
We talked about, you see there 14 elims and Aydan has 18, but you might be wondering why is Animal above? He actually has more victory royales. Remember, that's the first tiebreaker option, the first, the check box. So Animal having secured the higher placement than Aydan puts him above first place. Still 5 games left for these players, even after this one has been completed. So a bad game or two, it doesn't spell the end.
Is this Nick versus Aydan? Is this Nick versus Aydan?
Shot to Nick Merckx goes down. Aydan says, welcome to Tilted.
And there,
Oh
my, Aydan!
I gotta say it, hi Twitter.
That honestly. Right there, folks, is what it's all about. Aydan knowing the reputation of Nick Merckx. Nick now seeing a new controller player trying to claim his Tilted area. And, well, I feel like that's a battle we're going to see a lot today, Lupo.
Psalm's got to be very careful that it doesn't look like he has a bounce pad. I would expect him to kind of have it out. Aydan back.
Bro, Aydan, this kid's a freak, dude.
Just claimed.
Skirt on out of there. Tilted Towers looks like it will soon be the only thing in play. And, folks, Aydan has 10 minis and a chug jug. Apparently, Aydan's 5th elim was actually a trap that he left behind in a building in Tilted, and someone ran right through it.
That's not the first time he's done that either. During his qualifiers, that his 8th elimination in the second game came from a trap as he was rotating to the west.
Remember, that is incredible.
I love those
8 elimination second game heading west.
I specifically remember where it happened too.
Okay, Looper, jeez. It's that dad brain right there. You're showing it off. I love it. As Aydan, he's got another player close. He's got a launch pad in his inventory as well. Tilted will be out of play soon. You see, as he enters each room, he checks the roof for any traps. Make sure he can't sprint on in.
In the feed down there, replays from FaZe going down to Kayun, who just took out, I believe, Liquid Chat before that. That is a stack of eliminations to be proud of right there.
Aydan might win this tournament, dude. How aggressive he's playing.
Aydan with 5. That's 3 players currently with points. Aydan having 2. The others 1 apiece. Looks like Aydan has a player on the inside in here trying to take ownership of the wall so he can get the edit off. They're just holding on tight. He's going to have to rotate around, potentially on top, or push up the stairs, change the angle of engagement. Pro players are typically very aware, these highly competitive players, very aware of appropriate times to disengage and get it up another angle. But Aydan gets dropped out from underneath his opponent, just lasering down any structure he's got. The AR shots, not as fast as an SMG, but it's enough to take structure out. Aydan's only building 1 layer at a time. The third party from behind, maybe tunnel visioning on the opponent that was in front of him, just pushing, losing track of the fact that somebody else was watching. There are other players there.
He's gonna chug jug for 50
for those little towers.
He's playing for having as much health as possible for the next fight. Gonna chug jug here for the extra 50 shield, as there's a ton of fights going on around him. That was Boyer who just cut down Cease. You got Lanane from Envy down there in the river. Does Aydan continue this aggressive play? Looks like he will. He wants this right away, Lupo.
Tyler's even analyzed it earlier in the interview. Is Coyotes, we mentioned it earlier in the feed, eliminating replays, and here's the actual engagement. Taking a top down here, he's going for ownership of these structures so he can get the edit. These are my walls, and he wants the shot whenever he wants the shot. Here it is, 153.
Can't ask for much more from your shotgun. Right there, as we head back to the action, you're tilted. Looks like Aydan's trying to build on up and match his opponent. Boyer, I think, has slipped on out of that lower box. He will have to move quite far for this next
players left.
Zone. This end game really near 0 areas of interest. You see kind of in the river, and how awkward is this? It's 2 cliffs and a low valley.
He
didn't get a point for top 10 either.
There's a player sandwich here. 11 left. 1 more goes down. Everybody that's left alive gets 1 point minimum.
Whoever is a limb next, heartbreaking stuff, as they will be just on the verge of a free point. I know one thing, Nate Hill has no plans of peeking on out with that little HP left. 3 medkits for more Goss. You've got to think he's in a good spot if this goes to a heal off. Uh-oh. Fight about to go down. More Goss with a shot. Here it is.
Chug jug.
We're now in the top 10.
Oh! He got a point though!
A quick
so
trade.
Many trades happening back and forth.
The hype there, that was 3 limbs, and he made it to the top 10. That's 2 points there. Landjock, we mentioned. You can
the winner of this gets $25,000.
Not go for any fights. He's in 6th place with 0 limbs, but he's out of mats. He's full of
to go.
Oh, he just brought 3 people!
With them, 3 are on their way down from the top.
Pulling right away.
He's gonna. I think the goal is to try and land as fast as possible.
No, he's gonna rip again. Oh my God! No! That was almost 200 IQ.
Oh! A shot on Gorilla.
Landjock!
Top 5.
Trades going down. Nate Hill with an limb. Prodigy Aces. Looks like he's got the high ground right now. Only 1 limb to his name. Remember, top 3 earned 2 points. He's made it. 2 points now earned. So many medkits. The storm is pushing on in. This is, I believe, it's going to come down to a heal off right now. Player shooting from above. He doesn't have time to heal. It's Nate Hill, and I don't think Nate has any health left. He's got 1 HP. He's trying to break down. He doesn't have the time. This should be it. He's got 1 extra tick of HP.
Landjock got
There's the victory for Landjock.
Bro.
I can't believe it. It was ramp to block the rocket, the quick follow-up, and there it is. The player, I think, tried to porta-fort, but unfortunately landed above him. And then Aydan, once he got to full HP, said, you know what, I know exactly where Nick Merckx will be, and I'm going to go for it right off the bat. Nick only able to tag him for 7. The crowd definitely made some noise there, as he didn't stop at all. He continues to hold forward. He wants to bring the fights to his opponents and get right in their face.
That's multiple
he just shoves it, dude.
From Aydan, taking advantage of every little bit of cover he could. Catches another player off guard as they rotate in through the building. You saw they went for the defensive build too to block him out, but it wasn't enough. The 72 damage crit, it'll almost jar players. That amount of damage.
That's how he died?
It's the same effect as maybe getting hit by a hunting rifle shot or a sniper.
I respect that though, dude.
You get fracked.
As he's trying to spot where did this guy run to. Typically, if you're seeing someone use a Rift to go in that scenario, they're playing it as like a, hey, I need to get out of here. It's like a defensive, I've got to leave this fight. I'm not in a good spot.
Aydan looks like he potentially missed a jump and had to drop back down and build a bit of cover for himself. Sorry, Cat's Talk, my apologies, got the names backwards there. Aydan, the one with the top-down view, pushing and getting as much damage, and every little bit counts. And he gains knowledge even from just hitting one time, because you can see whether or not the damage is white or blue will tell you whether or not the opponent has shield or if they're down to just HP, and that can make the difference between an aggressive push or maybe slow playing a little bit.
And if you're wondering how
Megalo.
Aydan
It didn't do damage!
Aydan, shot, swamping.
this should be a quick little cleanup here.
His shot didn't do damage!
Here's the minis getting
This game doo-doo!
wanting to make sure his opponent cannot heal.
D-O Megalo, oh Megalo!
Putting on the drum gun. This 50 bullet clip is so good. Yes, the reload's a little bit longer, but it is so worth it in these spots. He can't.
Bro, if he dies, bro, I would. Oh my god! Could you imagine if he died?
Another point earned.
Oh,
this is why even the green
my,
drum gun
been,
right now is one of the most powerful and most
100%.
utilized weapons, because up close, when you're at the point where the
If he would have died, bro,
a 52 damage headshot takes an opponent out
50
in
bullet clip.
because of that, that would have been very, very
Yep, if you hit all
frustrating.
his
These players
It's
in
like
these scenarios,
you're
people
playing
at
with
home
your
wonder,
thumbs
when we see
compared
audio
to playing
cues,
with
they're
your
listening
full
for if the
arm
footsteps are on
wrist.
wood
You know
or
what I'm
if they're
saying?
on
Like, of course you're gonna have more control.
They're listening
over your
for
character.
if they begin to break walls, if they're breaking metal, if they're breaking wood or brick. They're listening for audio cues if the players have cover below them. See Aydan hunting one down here. Could this be the end?
The
No.
accuracy.
Aydan, another a limb.
See what I'm saying?
Right now, I feel like if he keeps this consistency,
Like when
he might
you're
set
doing
a
jump
record
shots,
thus
it's
far
harder to
for
aim it
qualifier
on
eliminations. He's already
console
got 4
than it
He came
is
away, what, with
on
7 last
PC.
round?
Yep.
Because you don't have that full control.
Boy,
You're
Rex,
using
top
your
of this hill
thumbs
right now.
compared to your mouse and keyboard.
40 seconds before they're going to have to start rotating, and they have quite a bit of travel time ahead of them.
But he's good, though.
We have 5
He's good.
players.
He
currently
still hits
alive, by the way,
those,
with
you know
3
what I'm
plus
saying? He just
ELMs,
happened to
plus
miss
2 more
there.
that were already eliminated,
Which
with
kind of
3
proved
plus
my
ELMs.
point.
Wait, he got another one.
Aydan's now
Aydan
5.
now got a 5th
Gives him
limb.
2 more points.
Is he the GOAT? Is he the GOAT? Is he the best player ever?
He might be. He might be.
And he's just leaving. He's fine with leaving that.
This is an intelligent rotation, too. Whether or not, he doesn't need to know if joystick is one shot. It would be useful information. But right now, he's looking at the zone. He's saying, I have 5 elims. I'm not necessarily guaranteeing elimination from that fight over there. Multiple players could potentially be above me, so now's the time to move out.
Aydan looks unfazed.
He looks like he's at home sitting on his couch playing.
Right?
That man's chilling, bro.
And now he's enter tilted.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Shots coming
No,
in from
like,
Big
he doesn't
Red.
even
Will he try
flinch,
to
bro.
fall back in towards Tacos and possibly drop a trap down? I feel like that's kind of his defensive play.
You heard the C4 bounce, maybe potentially gets the tree or another surface over there. An earlier push, an earlier
And there
toss
it
of the
is, exactly.
C4.
I thought that's what he would do.
Stay inside, bandage. He's got multiple med kits, which is perfect.
As we see just how they break on out of tilted here. Aydan, it's like he's invisible. He's just running across tilted.
You hear the footsteps, trying to go for that shotgun shot over the top, just get a little peek, and his opponent is going to back down underneath. And the traps are coming out. You got to be safe and careful walking through there. There could be on the surface above. There are multiple traps.
okay.
Not-
Bop!
Are you
185!
Are you kidding me?
My man just got bop.
I'm now a fan of Aydan.
Look at his face, too. It's like nothing even happened.
This would be
Excellent shot there.
back-to-back 7 elim
That boy
games
hit
if he can
those.
earn himself 1 more elimination.
Aydan about that W game, brother. You're
Ridiculous,
welcome.
Ridiculous stuff. And he's
You're
actually
welcome in
another
the
fight
W
with
game,
Saint.
my friend.
He's in another fight of the map. We'll have to keep you updated on that one. As you see, Hysteria still live here. He got 11th in game 1. Was 1 elim. He in that last fight was 1 elim away.
Bro, he's W gang as fuck. Look at this dude.
Aggressive push and
I
gets
like
Saint
it.
at 7 eliminations for the 2nd game
I'm
in a row.
speechless. I am speechless. I'm going to say right now,
Bro,
folks,
he's
can we
the
give it up,
shit.
please, in the venue for the performance we're seeing from Aydan right now. Mind-blowing stuff. 14 elims has already tied #1 from yesterday, which took them 4 games to reach that point.
Nobody else seems to be playing nearly as aggressively as
Look
he
how
does. He's
aggressive
taking
he
advantage
is,
of that.
bro.
Maybe
I
it's a
love
thought
it.
process
Is this
that
8? Is this 8? Is this 8?
Oh, he got killed with the trap, bro.
Okay, the trap stole it.
He only took 2 ticks from that. The
I love it,
there.
bro.
He's still in a good spot.
Just stay on this
22
guy.
People left, and
Fuck
he's
all that
smack
campy
dab in the
shit.
middle of the safe zone. He doesn't have to play over the aggressive. He's got to take the trap out. You got a bit of loot in there. Watch
He
for
needs
any
the
other
AR
traps.
ammo, and he knows that.
You got to remember earlier too. There were 2 traps that were placed in here, so hopefully he recalls that there is another trap still in that building.
Yo. Bam.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Magnum with a swipe on an opponent trying to push up a ramp right there.
At this point, we're watching the Aydan.
What do you mean, brother?
Qualifiers because he is far and away our top player to this point. There's everyone inside tilted. Wall hack Jack under 70 HP. Haste Loomsy under 50 HP. You had another player in Taco's week as well. And Aydan early rotating
This
again.
dude's just
This
moving
man
in the
is
open and
running
no
and
one's
shooting
shooting
at
at
him,
him.
and it's like everyone's afraid. They know. Don't push towards the woman.
You know, the thing that makes him perform as well as he is right now is literally his confidence, bro. Oh, shit.
We
That's not
take
good.
back everything we just said.
I don't think, regardless of the outcome of this, there's no way this is a caster curse.
Oh, Megalo, dude.
Earlier, I got another elimination. The trap comes into play. Now this player being third party, he wasn't able to clean up the elim.
Warrior gets joystick there. Aydan looking for his 9th elim, but 8
fuck?
eliminations in a single game. He's got a slurp ticking right now, so he has.
This
a
dude
buffer
plays
of
like he's
HP
on
still going
PC,
up.
dog.
He's in a great spot.
That's
He's in the
crazy.
safe zone. His materials are ridiculous.
I've never seen somebody play on console like
Intelligent
this, so
play
it's
is
just
gonna
like
guarantee
it's
Aydan the win.
fascinating to me.
He knows what to do. He knows how to do it. Obviously,
Aydan could literally leave after game 2 and catch his dinner reservation and qualify for Monday. And if he can you bring me back something?
This dude's a
Reddit roll,
fucking
Jack,
goat,
always
bro.
hungry. Shots
Yes.
here, third party.
I am actually.
Loomsy gets cold.
Oh, I
in
saw the
field
aim
with a
assist right
trap
there. I
from
saw it.
earlier
It was
as
way
well.
too smooth following him. I saw that shit.
Aydan's looking to secure that 9th elim. Painful on top of him, though. The second place elimination player, they're stacked on top of each other, which means you have 2
Yo, my
slurs
man
here
is
that
swift,
might
though,
get forced
bro.
into an engagement.
Console
Aydan
gang,
chant
back,
now
back,
breaking
back.
There's
on
actually an
out.
Aydan chant here at PAX West right now.
And I'm just in awe as to what I am watching. He's just chilling at the moment. Painful in the same build as well. The storm beginning to move on in as people will have to follow on.
They're cheering Aydan, I know,
Jack
dude.
just
That's
actually dropped to the
progress.
zone.
16 players left. The Storm's got 20 seconds till it closes, which means 6 more players go down, and then people start to pick up points based just on their placement.
Yep. What does Aydan do here? Looks like he'll just hide on out for now as we swap perspectives for a moment. This is Painful, who's above him in that same structure. 4 limbs. 1 more elimination for Painful, and that'll net him a 2nd point to continue to put him separated from the rest of the pack. And look at everyone in that structure. Painful, Sen Animal, Aydan, Boyer, Loomsy. Saf is still alive with 200 HP as well. Aydan wants this.
Slow
Aydan's hunting.
intelligent play.
Actually, okay, no, his ear's itching.
Closes his edit out there just to make sure that no one
Now Aydan's
push
hunting.
it.
And what the theme I keep seeing, Lupo, is he is absolutely the first to just charge on up and move to the best positioning for the next zone early on.
I can't tell if it's just an incredible amount of confidence and knowledge that other players are rotating slowly.
definitely
or if
confidence,
it's
bro.
so gutsy. Oh. Shots
Hit it above you,
Third
brother.
Party, maybe in 4th party, 50 HP remaining. He's got to defend with this turbo build as fast as he can.
No!
He went for the edit to back out. 8 eliminations. Even more than the first game, Jack. Nobody else is putting up numbers like that except for him right now.
Yeah, nobody.
PvP doing an excellent job of his own, though. 15 left.
Rich, brother.
Gets
Oh, shit!
rocketed by Lenane, caught off guard. I shouldn't have said a thing, but Lenane making an intelligent play there and saw him from above.
Lenane, look at everyone having to move through that zone right now. Lenane
All
is in a
those players,
brilliant
they're-
position.
Oh, look at all the
to spray on
people,
down.
bro.
Look at all the layers being built, and he says, you know what? I got to catch up with these.
Bro.
Rockets in hand. It's time to throw out the explodes. 1 drops on in. Gonna collapse everyone to the floor as he continues to build above these players. 9 now left. Everyone's still alive. Just earned a point. Eliminates his teammate there. More pushing out forward. Only 6 left as Lenane continues to keep this high ground.
But yeah, you saw how Aydan died, bro? Like, on PC, he could have turned and edited that wall and re-edited it a lot faster than you can on console.
He had to go for it.
You
At
know?
one point in there, it looked like some players were even holding hands almost. Tristan Hip going
Simply
down
because of the
Warriors,
control
SMG in the
layout.
feed, but Lenane has the launcher out. He's looking for it. It's not the only explode he has either, Jack. He has a single
Simply because you
C4
just
up,
have
which
more
is becoming
control
key
over
for dropping the structure.
your character and
Get
shit.
an opportunity on another player and timing.
With PC.
Multiple remote explosives being thrown. You see, Lenane for a second was wondering if that was his
But
own
he's
structure.
fucking killing it, bro.
He only has about
He's
11 more
killing it.
materials he can build. Is he going to try to time this rocket? He is. He tried to blow up the remote explosives as his rocket went to hit. He just barely missed it.
He builds just as good as a PC player, though.
Literally, one more block would have been
Looked
enough.
like the rocket detonated the C4, which is it's an excellent high.
Tries to hold the edit. Yeah, the hold circle, bro. You got to hold circle.
Like said, low build count.
And not to mention, you can like.
Otherwise, the third party here gets the shots, can't secure
Like,
the limb. He's starting to take damage from the storm.
Because like on console, you had to move your analog stick all the way to the right, and it goes like at whatever sensitivity you have. But no matter your sensitivity on PC, if you just move your mouse to the right really fast, it's gonna move faster than it would on console, unless you're on like 10 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Maximum points with the 7 limb bonus.
Even on 10 cents, it'll probably move
That would be,
faster.
I believe, our first
You know?
6-point game.
You'll be able to get the edit off faster.
There's a shot.
The edit from above from Animal right through the metal surface there. He caught a window and took the shot with a shotgun and got Lenane on the rotation. 1v1 Animal.
Animal building out up, and this earns him not only another point for potentially the victory royale, but if he gets the final limb, that puts him at 3 eliminations. He's got all he needs. I've got Animal as my favorite to win this game. Let's see if he can secure it here. 10 seconds left in the zone. He's trying to get aggressive for the push. He knows how much it means to get this final limb and the victory royale. He can essentially stamp his ticket to Monday's qualifiers if he can get this here, or sorry, the finals if he gets it here. The shot's coming on in. Tries to get the floors and the pyramids going.
I don't think the other guy has messed.
He's going to go to pop the mini, but then has to reset as the shots continue to rain on in. That drum gun so good at cutting down these layers. Smart play to reset. He'll build up top, but again, the volley of bullets continues to spray on in. Animal, when will be his cue to go for it all? He's trying to edit this pyramid. There you go. He's getting it somewhere.
Trying to create a hole to drop down through right there. He finds an opportunity. You notice he built up, like you said, built a second layer.
It's a shot. Weak. There it is.
GG.
Sav gets cut down.